Hey everyone, the Steven Nuke is going strong, and we finally had what I would call the first lore-centered episode in a while. This was, of course, Monster Reunion, where we once again saw Centipeetle, but this time she was a bit healed for most of the episode. We actually learned a lot about what it means to be corrupted. Most of this was actually guessed by fans prior to this episode, but it is nice to see confirmation of what we believed. So it has long been confirmed that being corrupted is actually quite different from simply being cracked. Garnet equates being corrupted to having the fabric of the mind torn apart, instead of just having a physical part of you being torn apart.
Sort of like if MC Bear Bear didn't tear the fabric of his arm, but the fabric of his mind.
This is quite depressing to hear, but it is the truth, and it separates what happened to Amethyst and Lapis to what Centipeetle is going through. This is something much worse, and it will take more than some healing spit to repair the damage that the diamonds caused on these gems. Yes, I said damage from the diamonds, which was something also confirmed in Monster Reunion. They are the ones to cause the suffering to most of the crystal gems, as well as a few gems of their own, it seems. But most importantly of all, this episode gave us more insight into exactly what it was that caused so many gems to turn into monsters. Now, some of the information that follows are things I've already said in previous videos, most notably in my video called The Aftermath of Homeworld's First Invasion. But with this new episode, there is some more evidence to back up previous claims. Many fans had long guessed that there was a weapon of some sort that caused the widespread corruption of almost all the living gems on Earth. In the return, we learned that Rose was only able to save her closest friends by using her shield. We didn't know what she saved them from exactly, but it was something caused by the diamonds. Then, in Same Old World, Lapis remembers that there was a panic to return to Homeworld at the end of the war, and in that panic, her gem was cracked when she was stepped on. Right after we saw the gems fleeing, when we saw this big flash of light, which many believed to be the thing that the diamonds set off to have one final jab at the crystal gems before they admitted defeat. Many thought this to be a bomb of some sort that could emit energy that would only corrupt gems and not hurt anything else on Earth. This is an interesting tactic for sure, and it seems that the diamonds did not have any way to take out the Earth immediately, or did not feel the need to do so. So they put the cluster into the ground, playing a waiting game for the Earth to eventually be destroyed. When the bomb was set off, we know that Lapis was in the mirror, saving herself from corruption. Amethyst was probably still in her hole at the kindergarten, and this could have been protecting her from the blast completely, or perhaps it contributed to her smaller stature. And Rose saved whatever gem she could by using her shield. But Monster Reunion showed us that there were also Homeworld gems that did not make it onto the warp pads or onto their Homeworld ships in time. A group of these gems was Centipeetle and her crew. They seemed to all be the same gem, although Centipeetle may have been bigger than the others and was therefore made the captain of the group. Her group's job was to build the structures necessary to get as many resources as possible from the Earth. She was not a soldier initially, but was forced to become one as the war dragged on. And at the end of the war, when all the Homeworld gems were told to retreat, Centipeetle was separated from her crew and was unable to find her ship in time. Her crew stayed in their ship, not wanting to leave their captain behind, and for that they made the ultimate sacrifice and became corrupted. That brings me back to what exactly was the weapon that corrupted these gems. Steven interprets Centipeetle's drawing of these weapons to be a bright light, a sound, and most notably, a song.
You stopped. You heard something. From the sky, a sound. A song?
Now this could be still a bomb, like I predicted before, or it could be something else entirely. Perhaps a certain frequency or a song of some sort could corrupt gems. This clue gives a whole new level of questions onto what exactly this weapon is. Perhaps knowing exactly what caused these gems to become corrupted in the first place is the key to figure out how to heal these beings. At the time being, it seems like the damage caused to these gems is irreversible, but if Steven has hope, then I think all of us should have hope as well. Now this is just one of the many topics that could be covered from Monster Reunion. Another thing I want to eventually tackle is a Diamond Authority symbol, which we see Centipeetle draw. Like we saw in Jailbreak, there are only 3 diamonds in this picture. So what happened to the other one? Did the fate of Pink Diamond have something to do with this weapon? There are so many questions that the summer of Steven may not be long enough to answer them. Once again, only time will tell. Thanks for watching. Also, thank you once again to my Patreon supporters. And this time I have a new supporter this week who is Cynthia Clary. As always, if you would like to get a shout out as well as your name right here, please consider supporting Cartoon Universe. Link to support will follow. And on to some other news. I just got some Cartoon Universe themed stickers in the mail, and I will have more news on them soon in one of my following videos. So stay subscribed so you can be one of the first to know how to get your hands on some.